I'm Harry from Umbra, and this is the Yubii Home. And today we're reviewing the new Yubii app. Stay tuned. So, we have R+T coming up in a few weeks, and Nice have been kind enough to give us a sneak preview of the new Yubii firmware and Yubii app. This video is not sponsored by Nice, this is entirely done by Umbra. It's going to be warts and all. We're going to give you an honest review of what we think of the new Yubii app. For anybody who has used the Yubii app in the past, you probably know it's a little bit clunky, and the setup process was not great and a bit flaky. And I think that's reflected when you look in the Play Store at the number of reviews. It's like a 2.1 star. Not good. So we're really hoping for some good improvements with the new Yubii app. So I'm going to do my best not to use the word nice to describe this. If I do, pick me up on it. So let's jump in and get the Yubii app. So because this is the pre-release version, we haven't been able to download it from the Play Store, but you know how to do that. So let's go ahead and open it up. The initial screen looks very like the old Yubii, and it also does what the old Yubii app does on a tablet, and it turns it sideways. So we're not going to judge it just yet, but for me, when you use it on a phone, it works that way round. Why can't it work that way round on a tablet? But anyway, moving on. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a new installation. Let's do that. Let's scan the QR code. Now here's the first acid test. On the old Yubii app, when you scan the QR code, it kind of distorted the camera, because just only when you're using the tablet, not on a smartphone, only on a tablet. But again, it was a little bit of a pain. So let's see. Scan the QR code, loading the camera. Oh no, it hasn't changed. It's still really distorted, and it's not going to scan that QR code. It just isn't. It's warping the camera. So we're going to have to go back and we're going to have to connect manually. Now, to be fair, if you're doing this on a smartphone, that would work perfectly, and it looks great on a smartphone. We know a lot of installers who use tablets on site for setting stuff up, so it would be nice if the Yubii app worked really seamlessly off a tablet, wouldn't it? So we're going to have to do this manually, so we're basically just searching for the hub. There we are, it's popped up, it's ready on the network. Let's connect to it. Let's jump in here. So hopefully this is now going to let us in, and there it is, got it. Okay, so first impressions, just seeing the new layout of the home screen, kind of looks cleaner, not quite as cluttered. They obviously tweaked the design, so that's nice. I said it, didn't I? It looks good. So let's have a look at what we can do. We've got favorites tab, we've got devices. So at the moment we've just got the weather in Poland. Obviously hasn't got a clue that we're actually in Swansea. Scenarios, got some scenarios set up there already. So these are presets presumably, and then we've got a few settings in here, energy monitoring, cameras, etc. So if we go back into devices, let's have a go at actually adding a device. Behind me I have an Evolve roller blind. That is programmed to a new Dommy remote control, and if you haven't already, make sure you check out our review of the new Dommy remote controls. But this one is set up to this. So
I'm focusing on the wrong blind.
I also was taken by surprise. So now we're in front of the right blind. This blind here is connected to the new Dommy remote control. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a go at adding this blind into the Yubii. So here we go. Now let's go to devices. I assume that the plus button adds a device. Plus button adds anything by the looks of things. It adds a device, adds a room, adds users, scenarios, or zones. So let's add a device. Yeah, that's kind of quite a neat, clean look. I like that. So here we are. Choose the brand. So Nice, Fabaro, Alero, or other. As we know, the Nice Yubii is not just compatible with Nice products. Nice Group also own Fabaro and Alero, and it's compatible with any Z-Wave product. But the motor behind us is a Nice Edge motor in an Evolve roller blind. So let's have a look. We're going to add a Nice product, and when you get into Nice, look at the range of things that you can add from Nice. Remotes, lights, sun shading solutions, heating and climate, sensors, gates and doors or other. So we are going with a sun shading solution, and then what are we going to add? We're going to add a nice tubular motor. But again, look at the range of things that there are there to choose from. You can connect a lot of stuff to this. Okay, so number one, make sure the device is connected to power. Yep. So this is good actually. This is good. This is giving us an overview of what the steps are going to be. I like that, because otherwise, sometimes you kind of click through and you're like, oh, this next step I needed like a pin to push something. But this just gives you a nice clear overview. That's good. So after tapping I'm ready, we're going to ask you to press a button from the remote 3 times. Follow the instructions on screen. Wait between a press and the other. First 2 presses will detect your remote, and the third one will be used to bind the device. I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Press any button 2 times. That's it. Press any button. I actually had to press that twice on the second time. But there we are, it got it, to be fair. That was pretty quick. That is actually quite a big improvement on the old Yubii, where you would kind of be fiddling around, you'd be pressing buttons and it wouldn't connect, and yeah, a lot faster. So that's really impressive. So we're going to add it to a room, so we're going to add it in there. There we are. And the category, it says shutter, category blinds. I think there might be some translation queries there, but anyhow. The name is shutter. Let's just change that to something more meaningful, such as Evolve Blind. Now that's a little bit sneaky, isn't it? Because you kind of go to save it in the top right, but the top right is actually close, which says then, do you want to exit the process? Well, actually, no, I don't. I just want to go back. I actually want to go save. So its role is blind with positioning, fine. Category is blinds, it's in my room, and the icon, oh, that's cool. You can kind of pick your icon from quite a decent range. So if you're not happy with the one that they've picked by default, you can have pretty much whatever you like. Okay, and that's always a nice not nice. I was going to say that's a nice feature, because in the app is all about visualization, so you want the icons to look how you want them to look, right? So let's do this. Okay, now I'm not kind of sure where I'm going from here, you see, because I'm saying close, because I just want to be done, I want to finish. But it says, do you want to abort and exit the adding process? Well, no, I don't. I just want to finish it. So cancel that. Let's just try going back. Yeah, okay. That got me to where I want to be. So then I want to go confirm. It says all done. Your device is now in the home system. So I can either add another device. So that's good, because if you've got one of these, I'm going to guess you've got more than one device, because you're bringing them all together into your ecosystem. So it's always good to be able to go straight into adding the next one, add the next one, add the next one, because you want that to be quite a seamless process. But I'm not going to. I'm going to go back to the dashboard. There's my Evolve roller blind. It tells me it's closed. It is closed. I can control it directly from there. So it's opening, and I'm getting, give or take, near real-time feedback as to its position. 44%, 77%, so it's kind of jumping in increments, 90%. And now it's fully opened at 100%. So that's pretty cool. If I click into that, yep, there we are. I've actually got a slider that I can drag down and move that to my desired position. So again, that's pretty good. I like that. And I have to say, the look and feel of the app, so much better than the old one. Like, so much cleaner. So that's really good. Okay, so I've now got my roller blind in there. And I've got quick controls at the bottom, so that's That's if I want to fully open or fully close all the blinds in a room. Again, potentially handy if you're going out, close all the blinds. So let's just explore some of the additional features of the Yubii app. And these aren't necessarily specific to the new app, but just to give you a bit of a feel for it. So over here, I can go into the home. From here, I can set a profile. So I could set a vacation or an away status. And that's always nice if you're, I said it again, that's always fantastic if you're going away and you just want a single button that closes your blinds, dims your lights down, maybe puts it into an automated mode, because then when you're away, your blinds and your lights can just open and close on a random schedule so that it looks like you're there. Present simulation it's called. If I want to, I can choose a different hub. Now that's kind of cool because I can go in here, and if I had multiple hubs potentially throughout a large home or property, I can access them all through the one app without having to kind of exit the app and sign into a different one. It's very good. So if I go back to here, I can manage my dashboard. Again, that's good if you want to have a tablet on the wall, either in your hallway or per room, because this then lets you actually select what you view on that dashboard. And in here, you can create a dashboard. So let's say, for example, you wanted to have a little tablet in every bedroom that controls just the devices in that room. You could limit the dashboard on that tablet to just those devices. So in that bedroom, the person in the bedroom can only open and close their blinds, they can only turn their lights on and off, they can only adjust their heating controls, they can only adjust their audio. You don't want people in bedrooms meddling with other people's bedrooms. It's not good. So what else can we do? If we go to the more section, energy consumption, and this is getting bigger and bigger. But here, you can monitor in a visual way your energy consumption. Now that's really interesting, and I think people are going to see more and more benefit from that. That's going to be a really important thing. I mean, right now with the cost of energy, if you can measure what your energy consumers are and what the biggest energy consumption devices are in your home, you can actually start to do something about it. Whereas at the moment, if you've got no idea, how are you ever going to change it? Really good. Cameras, you can add security cameras in, and a ton of admin settings that we won't delve into today. That is for another day. If you would like an in-depth review of the Yubii Home Hub and app, let us know in the comments. A few things that we should cover off about the Yubii Home Hub. So, visually, compact, discreet, slim, yeah, it's fine. It feels a bit lightweight, a bit, dare I say it, cheap, but realistically, once this is hidden away in your cupboard or on a shelf somewhere, you're not really going to worry about what it weighs. By contrast, you have to remember this kind of is Nice's answer to the Somfy Tahoma. The Tahoma does feel very well built and it feels proportionately heavy. If you would like to see an in-depth review and comparison between the Yubii and the Tahoma, let us know in the comments. So, in summary, I think the Yubii Hub and the Yubii app have come on leaps and bounds, in all honesty, compared to where they were. And I really, really hope that that is reflected in the day-by-day user experience. But we'll only know that once people start to use this over a long period of time. This hasn't even been launched yet. So don't just look at the Yubii reviews on the Play Store, because it doesn't reflect the new app. The good things, it looks much better, much sleeker. The setup process seems to be a bit faster, although it does look like the tablet still needs a bit of work. Within the app, you have to give it to Nice and Yubii. You can control a lot of devices, and all of those devices then you can measure your energy and power consumption through those. This can be the brains of your smart home. It's really nice to see a large corporation listening and taking on feedback that the old app was a bit flaky and doing something about it. Looks like there might still be a few issues to be ironed out, but this is pre-release and we will be feeding back to Nice. So watch this space for even better things, and we'll look forward to catching up with the team at Nice R+T. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.